kuleta hitilafu. Mahali fulani mfanyabiashara mmoja hapa Kenya na mwingine kule walikosana wakatuletea matatizo. So that market, we will focus on it, and it is my intention to unlock that market because I know the value of that market. Ya pili ni the potential we have in orthodox and other specialized teas. That is a very useful space. That's a very important area because, as the leader of majority said here, we need a strategy as a country. We need a strategy on how to package, first even to grow, to manufacture, to package, to sell, to brand our tea so that we get the right value. We are the third largest producer of tea in the world, and yet there is no Kenyan tea brand. It is unforgivable. You know, we cannot be producers of that magnitude, and nobody knows. There is nowhere. If you go outside Kenya, you will find no market. You will find no supermarket that sells Kenyan tea. So Kenyan tea is sold, you know, in all manner of brands, except a Kenyan brand. So we cannot continue this way because we are serving other people's interests. We are not serving our own interests. I mean, how is it the case that we are selling 96% of our tea in bulk, in sacks, you know, with no brand? Gunia tu imewekwa hapo, inaandika tu black tea. From where, nobody knows. Going where, nobody knows. You know, we must correct that. And we must begin. Nobody should tell us it's too late. Last year, I met the people who sell what is called English breakfast tea. Those people called Liptons. I sat with them last year in Amsterdam. And I asked them, I mean, surely, you know, there is no English tea anywhere in the world. There is no single bush of tea in England. So why are you selling a fallacy? You know? They said, yes, we know that. In fact, of all their tea, and they are the largest tea marketers in the world, 50% of their tea come from Kenya. Right? So I told them, we need to have a conversation. It cannot continue like this. Because ikisonga vile inaendelea, nyinyi lazima mtafute chai yenu ndio muuze. Hii yetu, we have to find a name for this tea of ours. Subsequently, they followed me, they came here. We had a meeting with them. Wakaniambia ile maneno ulituambia tumesikia. Sasa tunataka mtueleze mnataka tufanye namna gani. So tumeketi chini na wao. Sasa wamekubali. Walikuja tena last week. Kwa wale mnafuatilia. Walikuwa hapa last week. Sasa wamekubali mambo mawili. Ya kwanza wamekubali, we are going to develop a Kenyan brand together. The same way Sri Lanka have Ceylon tea. And you know, let me give you the story. Ceylon, Sri Lanka, they produce half the tea we produce, right? They produce like 250 million kilos We produce 500 million kilos. We sell and make 1.2 something, 1.4 billion dollars. They make 2.5 or 2.6 billion dollars. They produce half our quantity, yet they sell twice our price. Unaona ile hasara tuko naye? I mean, meaning, let me give you what it means. It means if they are making 2.5 billion for 250 million kilos, if it was 500 million kilos, they would be making how much, Bwana Chairman? $5 billion. Yeah? They'd be making $5 billion. Which means instead of us making $1.4 billion, we should be making $5 billion. That's what it is. And how does it happen? Get the right brand, get the right packaging, do the right marketing. That's what we must do. You know, the leader of majority was harassing me that I should do it because he knows I'm already doing it. Yeah, because he knows we are on course. So I told you that we have agreed two things. Number two, we have also agreed to set up an academy in Kenya where we are going to have this conversation about tea. How do we grow the tea? How do we do it properly? So we are well on course. And I'm going to ask that we all hem in and do what we must. Number three, and I want you to listen to me very carefully. Last year, these MPs are here, we changed the law to remove taxes on materials for packaging of tea. We did that in the last year's budget as a first step. Number two, I want to promise you that we must develop common user facilities. I heard the chairman say this. We need to expand common user facilities so that we begin the branding of our tea. We begin the packaging of our tea. We cannot continue to export our tea in sacks. Na sasa nyinyi mmeketi tu hapa kama wangwana nyinyi machairman na tunauza chai yetu kwa magunia sasa. Alafu mnataka tuwapigie tu makofi throughout? Hapana. No. And that is why I am a very strong believer in the tea reforms. Yeah, we must reform our tea sector. And we gave ourselves targets. And I want the tea industry to push me. I am ready. We need this. So long as you promise me that in the next 3, maximum to 5 years, we will be exporting our tea 60% value added. Lakini kama tunaendelea na hii 96% tunauza tu chai kwa magunia, haiwezi kuendelea namna hiyo. Ama namna gani ndugu zangu? Si namna hiyo? Yes, you people must also think. Usikue tu ati unaitwa chairman, unapigiwa makofi na chai inauzwa kwa magunia. I am a very big sympathizer of how we can work with you to expand facilities for orthodox tea. Somebody has said here we made a commitment as government to support companies. If there was that commitment, I want to know so that I can keep that commitment. Bwana Chairman, kama hiyo commitment iko, watu wangu hapa nitamwambia waziri so that we sit down and we structure that support so that we can get our companies to produce specialty teas. And I am ready to put public money to support that industry because of the so many people who become ultimately the beneficiaries of this sector. And I know for sure that if we invest in common user facilities, if we invest in specialty teas, if we do more value addition, we can double our earnings from tea. And that is what we must do. Ninyi mnanisikia? That is the reason why I wanted to meet you. Ndio muelewe which direction are we going. Sio hii kuongea tu ya kawaida hapa, huyu anashindana na huyu, huyu anashindana na huyu. Hiyo ni sawa, lakini we must do the right thing. So, common user facilities, I want to know what the strategy is so that I can support. Orthodox tea, I want to know what the plan is so that I can support. Maneno ya, I already have a plan. I want to just make sure KTDA and Tea Board are on board on branding, on making a Kenyan tea brand, so that even as we sell whatever it is we are selling brand Kenya. We better begin now. Let me, in conclusion, say two final things. First, I agree, and I will provide the necessary resources, and then I will ask the Chief Justice to appoint people so that we can have a tea tribunal. A tea tribunal will help us sort out little quarrels, disagreements, misunderstandings, and be able to provide an easy way that does not involve too much litigation, that people can find an easier mechanism of doing that. That again, I want us to come back here in 90 days, so that by 90 days we come and say,